Alright, so I want this album to go up. I don't want it to be under the name Ye. I want it to go under the name Donda.
Okay.
So that way it can be tracked in my record. I'm off record. I'm off the grid.
Oh, okay. Like, fuck.
You got to take some shit down or something?
I mean, it's like, it's the kind of thing that like...
Wait a second. Is shit up? Is shit up or not?
It's not up.
Oh, it's not up, so you're going to do that. Give me a call back when you can figure it out. I'm going to take a pause, I think. Please. So is there someone else I want to deal with? Because I don't really want to deal with that guy anymore.
I can deal with him, man.
No. I don't want you to deal with him. Come, hello? 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 He's probably calling the boss like, yo, we're not going to get our extra valuation from having to get... So, I really am really off-put by you not just doing what I say to do.
Well, I can talk you through the steps of what I was just thinking when you asked for that out loud. So
I said I asked. I don't work for you. You're not my daddy.
Sure, sir. There's just the legal implications of how all the release works is whoever uploads it is then legally liable for said content. And if you want to put it out in this page, it's going to still have a record where it gets put out by who put it out.
I don't want it on this page. I need a new page.
So that can be done, but I just can't have like an internal company person do that action. But you guys could theoretically set up, release an account. What likely will happen is if there are claims and there's no party behind it, like that we're defending to keep the release up, as soon as anybody were to make claims, it's going to end up getting taken down by copyright claims. So.
Okay, so how do we set that up?
So the best way would be just, if you were asking me, I would just say, have someone sitting with you in the room, just make a To Lost account, type in new page, press deliver, do it from the website, and it'll go up.
Who's got that? You could do that. I mean, everybody here could do it.
We can drop it on Untitled right now.
We'll just torch this afterwards.
Right.
Just light it on fire, and then no one uploaded it.
We can drop it on Untitled.
But we want to go on.
I would say if you drop it on Untitled, it's probably the most way to do it, like,
bro,
kind of like where you're not monetizing it and there's
no claims. Nobody can claim shit. But the people will really have that shit in their phones and they can download it.
And people will listen to it there.
Donda's fresher though.
That's fresh. They'll eat that shit up.
I was saying Donda's better.
What do you mean Donda's better?
Better Untitled.
To make it be Donda, yeah.
But isn't it gonna get claimed?
No, maybe not. It's just not guaranteed.
Is it gonna get claims right now? Like.
The issue is just if you go to put it out on the New Day page, we'll get it up. If rights holders start to come make claims that they're owed on things, which they typically do, then they'll direct them to us because they can see on the pipe the distribution pipes to Custer.
Okay, so Buster, look at it shake your brain like this. My name is Donda now. Change my name to Donda. Now make a platform that says Donda and put my new album up. It's called Donda 2.
Yeah, it's still going to be that whoever's using the account is subject to the expectation that all the recordings on the master recording, like, are legally controlled and owned. And if not, and people may claim that, hey, that's sampling.
Yeah, I don't care about that. A lot of the stuff that you're talking about is not, I don't care. What I want to do works for me.
Yeah, so practically, if you're just trying to put it out on a new page, you just somebody would make an account.
No, you're going to make an account. You're going to make an account that's where it's, I'm Donda. My name's Donda. You're going to make a Donda account.
Okay.
Okay. So what time whenever you're ready. And I'm going to collect the money. And I'm going to collect the claims. I'm going to take whatever it is because my name's Donda.
Okay.
Like, how many bank accounts do people have? How many organizations do they have? Well, how many artist names do I have? I'm multiple artists. You could be the Strokes or the whatever, the guy who got the other band and shit, you know?
I can't really give, like, legal advice, obviously. Just from the experience I have of other people receiving a lot around me on this topic, I think it would be good to have a lawyer's advice on it.
Well, you just said you can't. You just said you can't give the advice. So set up the Donda account. How long will it take?
It shouldn't take, again, more than 2 hours for it to be out. The new patient generated right away.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, sir.
First, it had to be that moment where it's just like people in that position have to be reminded that they're in that position, that they are not in charge. Think about, that's the whole thing about the managers, 95%. And I don't give a fuck if you know how to use a computer better than me or not. I got like, you know, the equivalent of 1,200 motherfuckers in this room alone that could use a computer. So you would do that to me as like a 47-year-old dude that runs like 5 different companies and shit. Like, okay, you gotta be. That's not what he said. Somebody wrote, you know, I was gonna like kind of lean in on that point too hard. But I'm glad y'all got to see that point and got to see my point. I was like, bro, you can't tell me what my name is. You can't tell me. And it had to be something. I'm just making an assumption. You can tell me literally. Don't they have some value by creating more and more momentum on the Ye page? And there's something where it's like, Donda 2, we got this new release. They're calling, yo, Ye's about to drop something else. Yo, so Ye's not actually going to drop anything else. And so you don't have a multiplier here, right? Is that what it is? I took a multiplier away from him.
Yes, you did. With the metadata.
And he's like, well, because I make the same amount. We make the same amount. Oh, here's another thing. I have to figure out how to make sure people make the amount.
Yes, sir.
What about this whole Ty Dollar thing? He was claiming no one got paid on Vultures. No one. I'm like, okay, Ty, give me the information. And he just says, never give me the information. It's like, you know how people want to put out something just so they can complain about it? They want to not complete some shit just so they can say it's someone else's fault or some shit. But let's clean this up to make sure
Yes, sir.
that everyone.
Now, I got my spreadsheet. I got my spreadsheet now. Thank you, sir.
Now that's good. We don't have to have Chase Hope do it. He's really bad at that.
Yeah.
What did you guys take on that? I'm glad you guys got to see it. How did you analyze that moment?
Yeah, he didn't have any valid reasons that it couldn't be done. He just wanted it to not be done. It was extra work. Because it's so easy. Strokes, Morrissey, and the Smiths. Everyone, you could just call Donda a band name. That's the band Donda. How hard is that?
Yeah.
It should be. I've seen other artists release music under aliases all the time.
He was saying it was gonna fall back on 2 laws, whether he dropped it from Donda, Ye, or Kanye West. That's what he was saying basically.
But it wouldn't have been any. And then he started making what you need to like not make no money if you ain't gonna make it be Ye. I say, no, I'm not gonna quite do that version. That's when we go too cool. When the tracks get slightly uncooler, the bitches get slightly badder. We're going to get you a couple corny songs up in here. I'm about to throw an AO8. Let me give you a tag. AO88.
Hell nah. I see what you're saying. You don't want to put this shit out for free. Like, you want this.
Hell,
He's
why?
like, hell yeah.
Why should I put? But bro, that was a manipulation moment, bro. You guys sound like using you guys' brain, no cousin.
Trademark.
But we gotta trademark that, bro.
Right. So yeah, how would you analyze what had happened? How I caught him off guard?
Yeah. Well, they try to control your options.
This nigga's fun, bro. We gotta stream this, bro. Yeah. This nigga Nick is funny as fuck.
Johnny Carson, like
Well, the
signature. He put his
This
signature
nigga's
on
funny.
it. I put my signature on it.
Nah, this nigga's funny.
Okay. Break it down. What just happened right now?
Your managers try to control your options. They try to manage you into two pre-calculated outcomes, where they said, and you're in charge, you're the boss, it's your album, but they tried to tell you that there was only one way that they could do it, and that was their way. And I think that's what they do to everybody. They manage us into a predetermined outcome, and that's how we have no freedom. So you rightly put him in his place. You reminded him that you're the boss, and you did that by creating your own options. You told him to create an outcome that works for you. You created an outcome that suits you and is best for you. And I think that's what we all have to do. That's what you've been doing. That's what you've been doing for the past few years. People say, you can't say that. You can't make a song like this. You can't. You're hurting your reputation. You're ruining your legacy. These are all ways that they manage you into a particular persona, manage you into a particular mode of conduct, and you broke the chain. You broke how they do that, and he just did it again.
Hand for myself.
Something I was talking to Nick about earlier is like when you say the manager class, the lawyer class, the you-know-who class, a lot of it comes down to pushing back like you did. And because the line that they always say is, well, you signed the agreement. You signed the contract.
You sure?
And guess what?
You sure?
Did you sign it? Because if you did, they're not wrong. And it's like,
But did you sign it, or did they have another make you sign it?
well, that's a different story, right?
I mean, make you like almost grab your hand, almost like grab you by the elbow and shit. but yeah, what are you gonna say?
Because I was telling Nick, over the years I've had a lot of deals or whatever, right? And every time I've dealt with unreasonable ones and the contract comes, first off, I always send them the contract first, because don't even bother letting them send it first. You will never get anywhere, right? It'll be so egregious. So then they send back their horrific changes.
Yeah.
And you're like, come on, man, like that's insulting my intelligence. And you really think I don't notice this line in there that if I don't do something in 3 months, you take the whole company over? Like, come on. So then you write them back and you say, hey, come on. Like, did you see that? You know what they say? They say, oh, Harry must have put that in. Just a standard thing we put in. I'll tell Harry to take it out. So then you send it and you say, okay, I'll take it out and I'll resend it. So you do it. They send it back and it's in a different place in the contract. And then you say, what the fuck? We just said you're taking it out, blah, blah, blah. And then that's when you just walk away, But then there's a lot of other times where when you do push back, they actually end up folding or bluffing. And they actually do the deal you need them to do. I've seen it happen. And I've done it many times.
What's the personality trait there of why that is? It's sort of like they got their like.
They have a mindset from day one that you take as much as you can get, shamelessly. So put it in there, ask for it, etc. But they actually know deep down, like, where the equilibrium of fair is. It's on us to push to that equilibrium, and they will agree and sign in the end. Because at the end of the day, if they think it's going to make them money and be a successful opportunity venture, they'll do the deal, and then you get the terms you needed.